Morning, Savannah, Del Perez, Becky, Donna, PJ. Happy New Year, Cheryl. We still have that morning voice going, so. How we doing, folks? Happy New Year, CB. Corey just texted me, and I think he said Bowling Green is under a tornado warning. Is that correct, Corey? I hate to hear that. Even though I've been up for a while because I went to bed early and had to wake up to about 30 texts and messages. Happy New Year. Blessings to you too, Susan. Hunter D. Tina, hello. I was asleep before the ball dropped last night. I didn't go live. I didn't do anything. I was a party pooper. I came home and went to bed. What happens when you get old? No, I just wasn't feeling it last night. I glad to see 2021 gone. Happy New Year to you too, Hunter D. And I'm looking forward to 2022. Hopefully, fingers crossed, some things change this year. Not necessarily right here in this room, just worldwide. I think a lot of us feel the same way. One thing I wanted to address on that, we have to bite our tongue a lot on some things being said. So our friend posted, no, they don't. Corey, I agree. Happy New Year, Rich, all the way out in California. There's platform changes coming. I've saw 2 or 3. I know a certain individual lives down in Florida. I've got it, Hunter. I've got it, the game on right to my right. So, yeah, same here. There's platform changes coming where you'll be able to speak freely and openly and not get your stuff shut down. We will probably look into that. Happy New Year, Linda. Hope 22 is a lot better for all of us, including you, dear. Hello, Tim. So I know of at least 2 conservative platforms that are coming out. At least that's what they're saying. One's going to launch around the 22nd. But they take a long time. Happy New Year, Sarah. To you and your family also. They take a while to come up, and then they've got to go online, and then there's bugs. Hello, James. So it's not going to be like we're doing that tomorrow or the next day. But it's something we're going to look into. I know we got a website coming up before too long. And that's going to be interesting to see how that works. Real quick, Wayman's, one of our newer sponsors. Today, noon to 4. It's going on right now. Stop over there. They got a lot of good deals going on. You know what? Stop in there. Tell them you saw his ad you heard about it on Porch Time. Say hi to Mark and the gang. It's good people. Teresa, another one of our new sponsors. Teresa does real estate. Teresa Mesmer. Happy New Year, dear. Monty Ann. One of the fabulous people that helped us out with over here for hours, bagging and unbagging and packing and with our stuff that we took to Kentucky. How you doing, Monty? Happy New Year. Let's hope Bowling Green is not getting a tornado. That is the last thing they need down there right now. It's my 3rd cup, by the way. I might run some laps if I up today. It's dangerously convenient with that little coffee maker behind me on the leg length. Corey, I saw that. I was like, man, if I was in the need for recliners, I would certainly look into that. Mattresses, washers and dryers, stoves. That's where I got my newest stove. I needed a new one for a very long time. And I like to cook, believe it or not. I mean, you don't get fat like this just laying in your bed all day. You got to eat first, then lay in your bed all day. I like to cook. So happy to get the new stove. And I've been putting it to the task the last few days. I still like my air fryer. Don't get me wrong. I think the air fryer is the greatest thing ever invented. Someone said refrigerator. I get that. You can use ice boxes and ice chests and things like that to keep. Not every food you eat has to be cold, but I get it. But the air fryer saves time, gets things done quickly. Little mess. You can cook quite a bit in them also, just about everything. I haven't tried eggs yet. That might be next. If I can cook eggs in that, I might just sell my stove and just put an empty spot there. Stove. Anyway, 2022. We bury 2021. And unfortunately, the last night of the year, Betty White, an American icon, said her goodbyes. And that is that was shocking. Love making coconut shrimp. That's just sounds delicious, Teresa. I did make, I cooked all that sausage and eggs that I had, and I put it in the fridge, and I'll eat on it all week, Corey. That way I don't have to do it again for 5 or 6 days. But I did. 18 eggs and 2 pounds of sausage. And I was on the phone the whole time talking to Billy. I think I got it done in 25 minutes. 2021, yeah, there were some good parts. But majority of, wasn't very good at all. A lot of people did Monty. A lot of people, she was loved by many. She was a connection to the past as far as Hollywood and actors and actresses, and just somehow that gal transcended time, and she kept up with new folks and young. She was able to connect with young and old, not only from the Golden Girls, but she did hilarious commercials and all sorts of stuff. That's right, Linda. Linda knows what's up. Exactly right. A lot of drinking for bed last night. I did see that. You know what? I didn't drink a drop. I should have, but I didn't. I didn't drink a drop. I think last time I opened an eye was around 11:30, and I woke up to probably 10 texts from my kids. They were out. Well, no, 2 of them were home. 1 was out and about. It's your senior year at IU. I don't blame. So they were having fun, and that's all right. I got texts from all of them. I know they were alive at 1:30 or 2 o'clock last night. I haven't heard from them yet. I'm sure they're still sleeping. Babe Ruth had 160 home runs when Betty White was born. Oh, wow. Yes, 99 years old. What's 18 days away from her 100th birthday? 99 years old, though. She lived a full life, gave it all, and just an American icon. But watch Golden Girls honor. She was having a statement. Exactly, Monty. 100%, Teresa. I agree with that 100%. There were a lot of bad in 2021, but there were some good. And I think that's true for our country as a whole when times are tough. PJ, I think when he called me, I was half asleep. I didn't last much longer after that. I figured you guys were doing your poker. They run a poker game for fun on New Year's Eve over there, and Loucks never go small on events like this, and it's just like Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. They have a heck of a party. I'm ready for the aliens to show up. You know, I read something. And joking about that. NASA contacted religious leaders around the globe. This is now. I have no sauce on this, but I read it in a couple different spots, and it's the only reason. If I only saw it from one, I would have blown it off, and the second one I read it from wasn't connected to this, the first one. Killer Horns to be back, but they said, "Oh, I know, Monty," and I said, it said they contacted religious leaders around the globe to see what their feelings were about the people of this planet knowing about aliens or something along that lines. How would they feel? And I was like, "Goo." They're testing the water to break the news. A lot of us believe already that something out there. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I think, was it the Pentagon or somebody released a video early last year where two fighter pilots were chasing something they could not track down, couldn't even hardly get a tag on it. Inadvertently, I like how that's always used. They don't inadvertently release things like that. They accidentally, whoopsie, that doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. So there you go. That's the other part of that. Maybe that's what I read. Yeah. And you know, let's just start the 2022 off with conspiracy theories. The flat earthers, they're pushing the Antarctica thing and all that stuff. You know, after this past year, I don't disbelieve anything anymore. It's like some of the things that we were dogged on early in 2020 and 2021. Well, somebody just went to jail for a very long time over some of that stuff we spoke about. Tip the iceberg, in my opinion. I know, Corey, some of the stuff they're coming out with is just crazy. And to me, I'm just like, why did they hide it from me? What I like, what I get into, and what makes me question everything is you look back when they'll pull an encyclopedia from the 20s or 30s or a magazine article, and it talks about stuff that today people look at like you're crazy, and back then it was common knowledge, and it was just the way it was. That's what I look for. What's up, Tom? Hello, Tracy. Good stuff. Lots of rabbit holes to go down right now if you're interested. Lots of rabbit holes. I think 2022 is going to be a year of eye-opening events. Let's just word it like that. Eye-opening. Oh, Nessa, eye-opening events. That's how I feel. Maybe some good, maybe some bad. That's my own personal opinion. I can't point to one thing that I say, hey, this is it. But you never know. You never know. Don't always believe what you read, and don't always listen to what you hear. Don't always agree with what you hear. Do your own work. Come to your own assessments. I did see that, Corey. That was amazing. I saw that. Teresa, thank you so much. God bless you, dear. Yeah, that was amazing, Corey. I saw that right before I came on. As the Irish get ready to kick off, I hope they pound Oklahoma State. I don't know if you're a football fan, but if you watched any of the games yesterday, they both were very boring, in my opinion. Alabama just held Cincinnati at bay all day, and they could do very little. And it didn't even look like Alabama played their best, and they still beat them by 21, I believe it was. And then Michigan looked outclassed as far as speed, and Georgia pretty much put it to them, and it was over pretty quick. I listened to Portnoy this morning. He said, hey, they're not upset. Michigan went as far as they could. They were happy they beat Ohio State, and they hope this is a building block to things to come. Michigan speed of Georgia, which is typical. And I hate this time of year where they're like, Notre Dame doesn't belong, Cincinnati doesn't belong, they'll get blown out. Well, then just let Georgia or Alabama or LSU, whoever's in the SEC, play each other in the championship game and forget the rest. We get that that's where the best athletes go, the fastest kids, the best coaches. That's understandable. But you got to put somebody in there, and they're going to get blown out every year. You want to change it. If you want to change the message, quit watching it. Quit watching this time of year. If the ratings would drop, which they will because this is SEC championship next week, if they drop way down, they'll change some things. But until then, this is what you got. You might sneak an Ohio State in there every now and then, and maybe a Notre Dame. I'm ready for grown men baseball. Same, but not for the same reasons, I'm sure, Monty. I think 2022 is going to be a year that some things are exposed, some things come to light, maybe good or bad. We'll see. Hello, Tracy. Hello, Jerry. Hello, Don. We're going to keep doing what we do. There are some other platforms opening up, as I said. I know of at least 2 conservative platforms that are coming. I'll be curious what is said later this week. Oh, I know it. By a certain gentleman from Florida. He has a press conference later in the week. I'm curious what he says. I'm probably going to talk about a platform they're opening up. I've seen hints of it. So we'll see where this goes. And if we have to go different platforms along with this one, we will. And we'll go from there because I look for those platforms to grow rapidly, especially out without the restraints that are put in place now on almost every platform. I agree, Monty. But yeah, just wanted to come on here, say Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day today. As I said earlier yesterday, appreciate the past year from you guys. You guys do so much for us. I was like, oh, you guys do a lot for the community. The community as a whole does things, not just us. We may be the platform that you use, and I get that. If it wasn't for what we do, the community wouldn't have the voice they have. But without you guys, there would be no voice. So that's why I continually thank you, and I will continue to do so. Much appreciated. And I'm ready for 2022. I think it's it's going to be an interesting year. There are my favorite ladies from Brain Chills. Happy New Year to all you guys down there. I hope everybody's healthy now. Natasha. Happy New Year, Tanya. Same to you, dear. Mr. McKee, Happy New Year, sir. And a toast of coffee to a Notre Dame victory today. Start the new year off right. Hope. If not, no big deal. It's a bowl game. A meaningless bowl game. They still get paid millions of dollars. I did not get the cabbage today. I thought about it. Throw it in the crock pot. Throw some sausage in there. Eat on it later. It's keto. I could do that. I still could go a little later on. I don't know. The stores are open or not. Girls are on the men. Hopefully it stays that way exactly. God bless those athletes. I agree, Tanya. Thank you, Tracy. Woohoo, 50. Thank you so much. Well, you tell them we love them and we want them back healthy, Natasha, and Look forward to see their smiley faces down there. Thank you, dear 150. Woohoo! Look forward to seeing their smiling faces down there at your place. Not to change the subject or anything like that, but I saw Forky's is not coming back. You know, I know there's a lot of work that needs done in there, but I think that's a prime location. Reopen Tuesday. So you're open up Tuesday. There you go. That's a prime location. I mean, I don't know if just throwing that in the wind. Well, I like that spot. Sad to see Forky's won't be back. You do, and I'll become the manager, and I'll run it for you, and it'll be Fat Kids Breakfast. How about that? Good place for a strip club. The girls would kill me. Forky's our owners are looking for new owners. If I had the money, I'm telling you right now, I would buy it and I would open a breakfast buffet there. I would. If I had the money, I would buy it and open up a breakfast buffet only that runs breakfast all the time. Kentucky. If I had the money, Teresa, I would Porch Time Cafe. There you go. I would quit all my jobs outside of this and do that. I would 24/7. Telling you, breakfast only. I know you would, Natasha. I don't doubt that a bit. I don't doubt that a bit. I was going to say, you could do a breakfast buffet and then have it a bar type restaurant, sports related, TVs, things like that for later in the day, but your weekends and your mornings are breakfast. And you would break. I'm just saying. That's that location. And I never understood why they didn't take over. There was a house that was for sale close to or near. They need to take over that whole area, that corner, and make a bigger parking lot and expand their building a little. That's my own. If you're not growing, you're dying. If you're staying stagnant, you're dying. That's the way I see things. And growing doesn't always mean expanding buildings and things like that, but you got to keep moving in that business, especially. I think that is an ideal location. On a good corner. If Natasha doesn't do it, though, I like the Porch Time Cafe. I would just relocate there and run live there if possible. Natasha has done so much in a very little amount of time in this community, growing her business and other businesses. That's why I cheer for her, and her crew is fabulous. They're just great people. And I'm peering at the coin toss of the I like Indies. I go to Indies quite a bit. I know Come and Get It's good. There's other places downtown on the square. But we're in need of I miss the old Fred's atmosphere, if you guys remember that from back in the day. The Forky's atmosphere when you could go in there on a Saturday or Sunday morning. It's packed, decent food, and good bonding with socializing with folks from town. So I mean that's good for the community. It's good for the folks, and we miss that here. I just realized my hair in my head is just Getting out of control. Anyway, prayers for everything that's going on in Kentucky right now in that part of the country. Hello, Vicky. Jack. Getting the bad end of this system that's coming through right now. Snow to our north. Lots of rain in our area. Look out for flooding. Probably the normal areas that flood are going to flood. Turn around, don't drown. It's a simple comment or simple statement. Don't drive through flooded areas, especially where there's running water. No need in that. What's up, Vicky? I have had fun. The business picks up in 2022. I agree. Hope it picks up for everybody in town. I worry, and this is going to be my assessment. Thank you, Tanya. Woohoo! 100 stars. This is my own assessment. Everybody complained about the traffic coming through town, including myself. Busy, busy, busy. Can't go anywhere. Can't drive anywhere. It's insane. It's insane, insane. Now what's happened since they opened the interstate up? Now there's no traffic. And nobody visiting these businesses from out of town. I've said it from the start. We have to do something to get them off the interstate to come here. If you're going south from Indianapolis to Bloomington, and you're going to a game, you're going to go down there and eat, got to get them off the interstate. You can be in Bloomington in 10 minutes from here if you push it. Got to get them off the interstate. Got to get them in town. Going north, they can be in Indianapolis in 20 minutes. Got to get them off the interstate. If not, you're going to see businesses that are going to have to shut down or make changes. And I don't want that. We have a lot of good folks down in this area, and I saw somebody said, well, about the businesses across the way. Oh, they'll be fine. No, they won't. They depend a lot on that highway traffic. They need that percentage of folks still to come. You got to get them off the highway. That is a necessity. That's for our community is needed. Ooh, a good first play. I agree. I agree, Teresa. The signage is very important. Very important. I think that is a must. I think if you have to spend a little bit, maybe someone needs to. There probably already is, and I'm talking at my butt here. Businesses in the community come together to put signage up along the highway, not at our entrances, our exits, but further south and further north. That says, "Hey, 5 minutes from Brain Chills, and gather round in 21 or what? Come to our area and eat. The Candy Kitchen, things like that. Get them off the highway. If you don't, it's just going to be a drive-by." Notre Dame's coming out, throwing the ball around the yard. Something like that needs to happen. Hopefully it does. Got to get them off the highway. Traffic in town has cleared up quite a bit. I know there's some things still going on. South Street, I know Morgan Street's going to change a little bit. That's my understanding. They still have to work on that. So we'll have some traffic issues still for a while, but majority of the traffic that we were dealing with has changed, where you're not seeing semis as much driving through the city. So I'm thinking along the highway, like billboards or neon signs and things like that, Tanya, that would flash, light up, let people know. And 5 minutes, you'll be in Martinsville. Exit here for the best. Notre Dame scored touchdown. Woohoo. The best whatever. Stop in here, the best barbecue, best ice cream, or something. I know they're going to start doing work along Ohio Street for businesses. Two massive gas stations. I know there's a Starbucks going to go into one or near one along Ohio Street in an area there, and some other ideas. The breakfast. Yes, stop in at the Porch Time Cafe breakfast buffet. Right off Morgan Street. What you need. What you need. Stuff like that will work. I mean, you got to try. There's Jeff Jesse. Donette. How are you? We need signage. We're getting ready to add some to the roof line. That would help. That would help. There you go. Brain Chill's breakfast bar and desserts in the evening. Got to keep that chicken sandwich in the Brad Roburger, though. I mean, is what it is. Got to keep that. Your mac and cheese is insane. Not had their mac and cheese. Stop in there. Hello, Denise, on Tuesday and get their mac. I had not. Just had their mac and cheese until the other day. I had the one where you get the wings in it, but I never got the mac and cheese by itself, and delicious. I could have eaten a pound of that alone. And now I'm on keto, so none of that. Teresa, I agree with that. And that is stuff that I would love to work on and involved with, because I have ideas. Many ideas for things. The flashy neon. I mean, if you think about it, when you come down Morgan Street, the first thing your eyes connect at night with is the sign at the Legion. No matter, once you break town going east, once you round the corner heading west, because that Legion sign is lit up and almost to a point too bright. But you can see that sign from miles away. I think that is the way to go. My own opinion. I know it's a little more expensive, but elevate, brighten it up, let it run. And there's codes and regulations you have to abide by, and I get that. It is bright. It can be bright at times, Samantha. I'm not denying that. I have to look away. I think the one at the fairgrounds is pretty bright at times too. Because you're around the corner there, that's the first thing you notice. We've used that before as send out messages. I know not too many people's on. It's the middle of the day on a Saturday. Notre Dame's on. There's sales going on at Wayman's Furniture right now. Get out there, noon to 4. Stop in there and tell Mark you heard Kevin running his mouth about it and you wanted to see what was up. They're good folks, and we're happy to have them on as a sponsor. So, might be raining. It's a good day to go buy some furniture. I hear you, Tanya. What kind of connections? Because I've got some connections out there, like for those who run it, and on the board. I'm not on the board. I just got interesting. I think we all could be a part of helping our town grow instead of just being a drive-by. There are going to be some things that come up, subdivisions, new houses, things like that. That's going to happen, and that will help. That will help increase our city size, tax base, etc., 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 and that's coming. It doesn't look like they came to play today. I like that. I like that. Big third down here. Corey and everybody in the group's ahead of me on texting, so when something big happens, I get the text first and then see it live. Anyway. Support local. Got to. Because they're going to be hurting without all the traffic. Oh, yeah. There you go. Lost a lot of traffic. Traffic means people coming in, spending money, helping local businesses out. Most of that's dried up now, as the local businesses will tell you. So, anywho, anybody got anything to say? Add. There's Larry Ralph. How you doing, sir? Another one of our fabulous sponsors. Michelle from Iowa. Michelle from Iowa, you're probably getting snow about right now. Anybody see the pictures from Tahoe? And I may be over exaggerating this, but I saw 200 inches of snow. Anybody back that up? Because that's insane. I saw 40 some in parts of California, but there's pictures and videos out in Tahoe that are it was at least 3 feet above a mailbox pack, and it wasn't where they plowed it. It was where 1 degree winter. Is it number 1 or 1 degree? Winter storm warning start anytime. Thank you, Natasha. The same to you, dear. You know, I hope you guys succeed, and I'm sure you will no matter what you do. We need a local daily show. Working on that, Tracy. You know that. It's 1 degree. No, in Iowa, 17 feet and more. That is just... Teresa, I would love to come in here in the mornings every day, maybe an hour or 2 hour show, hour and a half, blah, blah, blah. In the evening, same thing. Advertise, talk about businesses, talk about what's up. Things like that. Bring people in daily. We'll leave like an open door. Just like you in real estate. You're on your way, stop in. Hey, I'm going to list a house today. Or doing this, doing that. That would be fun. I would love to do that. I have to retire from my other job first completely before I do that. And until I hit the lotto, that's probably not going to happen. Unfortunately. Who knows? We keep expanding, pushing out to different areas. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. I agree. 100%. All right, y'all. I'm going to watch the rest of this Notre Dame game. Michelle, I was in bed, asleep. I know I woke up at maybe 11:30 with one eye, or last look at the phone at 1:30 or 11:30. Messaged my kids at 2 o'clock last night. Told them I had fell asleep. I really didn't do a whole lot of fun. My intentions were Monty knows. Made me a big. Here's what I made: an omelet of ham, mushrooms, and cheese. And was asleep by 11:30. It was good. It was a good omelet. Very good omelet. Hello, Julie. So yeah, but I was asleep. I would say around 11:30, dead asleep. I think I dozed a little before then, but it was lights out by 11:30. And I missed 2 phone calls, one from a sister and one from a friend. Several text messages, several Facebook messages. I didn't hear any of it. Yeah, I think around 2 o'clock I woke up. My kids were still talking on text. Or they had just finished talking, and I replied. So I'm sorry I was out cold. But that's what happens when you turn old. So I just wasn't feeling it. Trying to get Billy over last night, and then today's like, hey, I've come by. I was like, dude, told you to come by. I just sat here and yawned with the best of them. I was happy. I was surprised we woke up and the world was still spinning today, if you want to know the truth. We'll see. May your 2022 be your best year ever. I hope all your dreams come true. I hope things in this world straighten out, smooth out. I still think this is going to be the year things are going to be brought to attention, brought out in the open. It's going to be interesting. See what happens. But until then, love you guys. Thank you so much for the past year. I look forward to working with all you guys again. Be safe. I agree, Teresa. Be safe out there today. Do not forget, go stop down at Wayman's. Stop in there. 38 years they've been doing this, so they're doing something right. Just stop in there and say hi. Say hi to Mark. Love you guys. Have a wonderful afternoon. We'll be back on tomorrow. Stay out of trouble. Michelle, keep that snow and that cold over there. We don't want that. That's too cold. We don't want that cold air. Sit here and watch Notre Dame football.